these are my audience members. Does anyone know what the 7th leading cause of death is in the United States? I'll give you a hint. One of the main symptoms is memory loss. So for example, not being able to remember your friends or your family. What is this disease and why should you care? This disease is Alzheimer's and you should care because we are all potential victims of obtaining the disease and being diagnosed with it. Consequently, you want to listen carefully as I educate you about Alzheimer's disease. All of the information found for this speech were found from credible sources and personal extended research. First, we are going to talk about what Alzheimer's is and what can cause it. Second, we're going to discuss what the symptoms or effects can look like for someone with Alzheimer's. And thirdly, we're going to discuss cures or any treatments that are used to treat Alzheimer's. So what is Alzheimer's disease? The scientific definition stated by the CDC's 2020 article, Alzheimer's Disease and Related Dementias. Alzheimer's is a progressive disease beginning with mild memory loss and possibly leading to loss of the ability to carry on a conversation and respond to the environment. Alzheimer's is the most common type of dementia, and it plays a role in parts of the brain that hold power over a person's perception, language, and memory. This can severely affect one's capability of carrying out their daily activities. According to the NIA 2019 What Causes Alzheimer's Disease article, scientists don't yet fully understand what causes Alzheimer's disease in most people. They believe it can be developed from multiple elements, including a person's lifestyle, genetics, or their environment. Another significant cause is increasing of age. So most people with Alzheimer's are at the age of 65 or older, and after you reach that 65 age, your chances are increased of getting Alzheimer's. Another really big thing that contributes to getting Alzheimer's is family history. So if you have one or more than one person in your family suffering or who has suffered from Alzheimer's, your chances of getting this disease are automatically increased. Now that you know about what Alzheimer's is and what can cause it, let's discuss what the symptoms can look like for someone who has Alzheimer's. So as I stated in my introduction, the main effect that people see from Alzheimer's is memory loss, and some things that can be harder for people with Alzheimer's to remember is events, personal history, their family, or their friends. According to the Alzheimer's Society United Against Dementia 2021 article, Memory Loss and Dementia, this is because dementia is caused in damage to the brain, and this damage can affect areas of the brain that involve creating and receiving memories. For a person with dementia, memory problems will become more persistent and begin to affect your everyday life. Along with memory loss comes hallucinations, delusions, and paranoia. The NIA's 2017 article, Alzheimer's and Hallucinations, Delusions, and Paranoia, states the hallucinations involve hearing, seeing, smelling, or feeling things that aren't really there. Delusions are false beliefs that the person thinks are real, and paranoia is a type of delusion in which a person may believe that someone or something is out to get them, which can make them very suspicious of certain people. The last common effect is mood or personality changes. It is stated in an NIA 2022 What Are the Signs of Alzheimer's Disease article that people with Alzheimer's disease may become more agitated or aggressive as the disease gets worse. But most of the time, there is a reason behind why the person is getting agitated or aggressive, and some of those reasons can revolve around depression, stress, pain, feeling of loneliness, or a feeling of loss. Now that we learned the effects of Alzheimer's, let's jump into the cures and the medicines that are used to treat Alzheimer's. Overall, there has been a bunch of research done, and there has still not been a cure found to cure Alzheimer's disease. In 2021, the National Health Service came out with a treatment for Alzheimer's disease article that stated there's currently no cure for Alzheimer's disease, but there are medicines available that can temporarily reduce these symptoms. These medicines and treatments are called acetylcholinesterase or ACHE. which is a material in the brain that assists nerve cells in communicating with one another. These can only be authorized by psychiatrists or neurologists. One of the one of one example of these medicines is donepezil. It is prescribed for early to mid-stage Alzheimer's, and according to a WebMD donepezil HCl uses, side effects, and more article, it does not cure Alzheimer's disease, but it may improve memory, awareness, and ability to function. This medication is an enzyme blocker that works for restoring the balance of natural substances in the brain. Another medicine is memantine. This is prescribed to people with moderate or severe Alzheimer's. Although both the medicines are very similar, it is stated that in the NHS 2021 treatment of Alzheimer's disease article, it is also suitable for people with severe Alzheimer's disease who are already taking an ACHE inhibitor, and the side effects include headaches, dizziness, and constipation, but these are usually temporary. So, in conclusion, we talked about what Alzheimer's is, what can cause it, and then we talked about what the symptoms and effects can be for someone with Alzheimer's, and lastly, we talked about what cures and treatments can be used for Alzheimer's. Now that I educated you on what Alzheimer's is and the symptoms and all that, it will be easier for you to now identify someone who has Alzheimer's, and you can use that in the future with a friend or family member. So next time you see someone with Alzheimer's disease, make sure you put yourself in their shoes before you judge them.